generate suggestions for Minnesota?
Yep.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my internet too. I wanted to go back to where you said there was no sales order number. When I forget who asked the question, but mine didn't have that either. And you said it's okay for that to be blank because it's not a drop ship?
Correct. So the way that Epicor works, I know in our world, everything is really kind of, we're buying for a specific order. But if we were to mark something as a buy to order, what happens is when you go to receive that into a warehouse, you can't, wherever you receive it, and I'll get into this a little bit in a minute, but wherever you receive it, it has to stay there until it ships out to your customer. So the reason why that's an issue is because anyone who has an attached Stephen Gould warehouse, they want to be able to, and I say attached, but Stephen Gould leased warehouse, whoever's going to be using the inventory management of this, they have to be able to know where that part is at all times. So receiving it in and then putting it away in a location, and then it might move to a different location, the system tracks all of that. So if you were to do a buy to order and you receive it in, you can't move it from that spot, or you would lose the actual visibility of where that item is.
Okay.
So that's why we link a PO to our project, so we can see what's actually, what the full picture is of this piece of business. But the PO itself is not linked directly to the sales order.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure. It also goes to, like I said, when you have a couple of different sales orders for the same part, and you're bringing them into the warehouse, but, ultimately the ship to might be a different location or whatever, you're probably, going to get one suggestion for that combined quantity. So therefore, you don't want to link it to that, necessarily to a sales order, because if they change, anything on there as far as how many they need or when or whatever, you have the flexibility to do that because it's not directly linked to that sales order line release.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I sent an order today and it was a drop ship directly to my customer. I completed it, everything was good. And then the supplier reminded me that they don't have a license to ship into Kentucky. So they said, can we just bring it into your Ohio warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, sure, go ahead. So at that moment, what would I do to make this so this would not go to the team who, I forget the name, the legal term of it, but the people who justify that it matches everything?
So you would change your purchase order to say that it's not going directly to your customer now, it's coming to your warehouse.
Where would I do that?
So we're going to get into...
We have not gotten that far yet.
Right, we're going to look at the PO form today.
Oh, okay.
So, so once you guys have done your, your purchases, then, so basically you're going to click the buy button. Oops, that's not my part.
Minnesota's done.
Thank you. JJ, you're good. So once you click the buy button and you fill out anything that's blank over here, and then you would go to actions, excuse me, generate purchase orders. I'm just generating it for myself and click OK. Now that suggestion falls out of my list of materials. So you guys can go ahead and do that, so they do those same steps.
Should we make note of the part that we just generated a PO for?
You can, sure.
Hi, Lori. What can we print that PO?
That's where we're going next.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
No worries.
And I still don't see anything pulled up under new purchase order suggestions search when I hit search.
Yeah, what,
This is
what,
JJ.
you know what quote that was for, Phil?
1102 is what I ran today, or yeah.
And you created your sales order and stuff?
Pretty sure I did.
Okay.
So I did one yesterday, and then my internet cut out, and that's why I didn't even hear needing a project ID from us. And I was thinking maybe it had something to do with that. So while you were talking in the beginning, I went through the process of creating a sales order on a quote, and then, you know, running the generating suggestions and trying to find that one.
Site 49.
Hey, you guys don't pay attention to what I'm doing, just FYI.
So sales order 1000096 and 1000097. Quarter. Dropship. There's no supplier.
Is there also not cost or anything?
Looking.
System processing.
Oh, good supplier. Purchase to it. No cost though. No. I give a call $100. Why is that popping up?
So just so you guys know, that I was so concerned today with making sure everybody had suggestions and that kind of stuff that I kind of forgot to do something so that I can show you guys how to receive. So I'm just buzzing through this really, really quickly.
Generate it again.
Allison, have you guys been able to create your POs?
Yes, I was.
Allison, were you? Okay.
David and I have regenerated adjustment for Minnesota for you. I expect it should be doing it, but I don't know why it's not.
So I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that. It was cutting out.
I told Chris to regenerate these adjustments for you again. I can't see why it's not doing it. So, you know, I'm still working on it. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you run it wide open, Al, or just for Minnesota?
Minnesota only.
Okay. Will you let me know when it's done, so I can do mine real quick?
Check this out.
Sorry, I don't mean to
I
hold
don't know.
anything else up.
Oh no, I'm doing the same thing. I'm holding people up too. Like I said, I forgot to do all the prep work to go through this with you guys. So
It's Tracy Saputo. I was able to generate one purchase order, but the others are telling me that my supplier is invalid. And there's a supplier listed there. So I don't know what that's about. But one problem at a time. One problem at a time.
Is the
Which
listed
one?
supplier?
Sorry, Matt. What was that?
Invalid supplier.
Yeah. So Tracy S. So there's no supplier listed here.
The PO.
I'm looking at purchase order suggestion entry, and in the tree view, I have the 4 sales orders. Originally, there were 5, but one. So in the tree view, it shows 4 sales orders, and I'm trying to, do the buy, select buy, and then FOB. But it says a valid supplier for all 4. All 4 of them have a supplier listed. It's weird.
So when I look at the part 10.1.12, there is no supplier here.
Okay, and it's showing me supplier 32527 Grand Traverse Container. I don't know. I can share that, I think.
So are you sure you're looking at part number 10.11.2?
I can't even get up there. I'm looking at 10082.
Right. So that's for a different sales order that you had done.
Right, but all 4 of them there are saying the same thing. Like if I arrow up to each sales order, they're telling me, and I'm clicking on 10112.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I need to go up here at the top. Hold on. No. Let's see. I'm not sure.
Okay, if you want to share your screen, you can.
Yeah, where's that button at?
So it's if you toggle over the WebEx where you mute yourself, there's a square with an arrow up.
I don't even know where I mute myself, tell you the truth. but I muted it. Where on yours is it? Can you show me?
Hold on. So it doesn't look exactly like this, but up here at the top, see the little rectangle with the arrow?
Or you can't see on yours because you don't have the most updated version of like Windows or whatever. It's showing a gray bar.
Hold on.
So Tracy, if you count 3 over, there's stuff on the bottom. There's circles on the bottom. If you count 3 over,
Yeah. 1, 2,
There's-
3. Okay.
and there's one that says share content.
Thank you. I've got it. Okay, now. Okay, so I see here. Wait, is that my screen?
No, this is my screen.
Okay. Now I have to open my Epicor, right?
Well, it should already be open.
Well, I think I minimized it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so maximize it back up.
There we go. Can you see it?
No. Let me stop sharing and see if that helps, but.
Share content. Share. Oh, I have to select the screen I want to share.
There. Yeah, now it's coming up. Okay. I can see it now.
Okay. So the 10112.
No. Okay. So if you click buy here and click fill in your FOB.
Okay, well.
Try to go to actions. No, that's the different part. Go back to that one. Yeah, see, there is no supplier in there.
That's so strange. Yeah.
Well, it's sticking on that one. See, if you notice, if you look in the body of it, that part number has not changed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when I go down to these different ones.
Right. So all you need to do is click on that supplier search button and find a supplier. And then put in a price down below the, and then pick your FOB. And now go to actions, generate purchase orders, and click OK. There we go.
Hey, Lori, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that error that pops up is pretty typical for Epicor in normal entry screens when you select a large group of items, excuse me, and there's an error or a piece of required data missing from one of the items. So it'll always kind of point you back to the one item that's in question for you to fix it. So if you're just remember, if you're doing multiple things at once in an entry screen and there's an error, just the one that's on your